Gymnasium on the campus of Central Hardin High School, where tonight the Lady Bruins of Central Hardin host the Lady Bulldogs of John Hardin High School. Hello, everyone. Along with you, O'Brien, this is Lee Bramlett, Hardin County Educational and Community Television. Welcome to our coverage of girls high school basketball. Right now, pre-game festivities about to get underway. Let's pick those up right now as the color guard comes onto the floor. Members of the junior ROTC guard exit here at Bruin Gymnasium. You heard the Central Hardin Pep Band performing our national anthem as we are just about 4.5 minutes away from the start of this district matchup featuring the Lady Bruins and the Lady Bulldogs. Central Hardin comes into this particular game 15-3 overall. They are 2-2 in the district for Coach Terry Buckles, and Hugh right now, they know pretty much their destiny in terms of the district is set. They're going to be in that 2-3 game. The only point that has to be filled in the blank, who will be opposite them. So right now, really, every game from now really until that point becomes almost practice plus.
Well, and you want to play the game that's in front of you, Lee, but still, in your mind, every day in practice, probably a few minutes spent on that North E-Town possibility, because one of those two is going to be the 1 seed, one of them is going to be the 2 seed. At least it looks that way at this point, and that's kind of where we're at. And you've got to practice a little bit thinking of the tournament. Now, these regular season games coming on. You're trying to improve. You're trying to settle your rotation. You're trying to get contributions from your first 6, 7, 8 players and get all that settled down. But, Coach Bose, as a coaching staff, you got to look ahead just a little bit. They'll tell you they don't, but I feel like you have to.
Now, they still have a game left with North Hardin that still has implications as far as the number 1 seed. That will take care of itself in due time. Now, they were able to rebound from that loss to Elizabethtown that we had back on Channel 1 and HCEC-TV. A tough loss there, but went up to Louisville, played, I believe, in a Shooting for the Cure Classic up at Bellarmine, and defeated Christian Academy of Louisville 58-44 to pick up their 15th win of the season.
That was an important win for Central Hardin, coming out of that E-Town game. You know, we talked about it at the end of that game. You want to wipe it out of your mind, and the coaches obviously did a good job of getting the girls to put it behind them, because it was a pretty tough loss. E-Town handled them pretty well up there that night, and Central put that behind them, went in and get a win in the next game. It shows you that they're able to refocus on what's in front of them. As
you see the Lady Bulldogs now as the Lady Bruins come onto the screen. Lady Bulldogs are 9-7 for first-year coach Brian Todd. They are 1-3 in district play. They come into this game with a victory on their last game, 52-48 over Bardstown Bethlehem. And a team, after a slow start, starting to put some things together. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And Brian says they've started to come together as a team. A little more cohesion, a little more flow to what they're wanting to do. The rotation, again, has settled itself down. He does have a couple players out tonight that have been in the rotation, so they'll have to adapt to that here tonight. But playing well right now. You know, Brian's getting the most out of them. You know, I think they're coming along, and he's really trying to get the max out of his team.
We want to thank the folks making possible coverage of tonight's game on Channel 1 and HCEC-TV, that being Brandenburg Telecom, RQ Printing, Owsley Family Chiropractic, Physical Therapy Associates, and eTownApartments.com. Those folks making possible coverage of tonight's game. Just a couple of minutes away from the start, both teams warming up. Keys to the ball game tonight, Central Hardin, as we talked about, sort of that practice then some mode, of course, focusing on the game they have. One of the things I'm sure they'd like to work on, getting some production, especially out of the interior play. You know Sharon and Brady are going to get their points. Can they find that third person, maybe step up, give them that 10 to 12 a night that they need?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at tonight at all to see Samantha and Kylie both see more of a distribution role from them. You know, maybe not look for our shot. They'll take their shots when they've got them. That's what they are, their scores. But especially Kylie, to try to get other people involved. As the season goes on, as you head toward that tournament, you've got to have more than just two players that can put the ball in the basket. Getting those others involved and getting them confidence, right here's an opportunity to do that tonight.
Across the way for John Hardin, any discussion when any team goes up against Central Hardin is being able to handle pressure defense.
And they've got a super little guard in Keisha Compton. Hey, she's a real nice little guard. Does a good job of the game, does a good job handling the ball. Question for John Hardin against Central's pressure defense, can she get some help? Can some of the others step up? Because they're going to take the ball out of her hands at times. Can the other handle the traps, handle the pressure, and get themselves into their offense?
These two teams meet for the second time this season. Their first meeting was December 11th of 2007, that up at John Hardin High School. And the Lady Bruins taking a 71-48 decision over the Lady Bulldogs. Another game, though, just seconds away here. As you see the Lady Bruins getting ready to head back to the bench, where they'll get some last-minute instructions from Coach Terry Buckles. John Hardin already at the bench, as we are just seconds away from the introduction of the starting lineups, which will lead to tip-off of tonight's ball game. Right now, for that introduction of starting lineups, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer here at Central Hardin High School, the Reverend Mike Bell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin. Tonight, before the starting lineups, we would like to take a moment to recognize Kylie Brady, who broke the single-game scoring record while they were in California. Kylie scored a record-high 42 points. Congratulations, Kylie Brady. At this time, we would like to recognize and introduce to you the Lady Bulldogs of John Hardin. Assistant Coach Ed Schultweiler, Assistant Coach Alex Shear, and Assistant Coach Brent Wagner, and the head Lady Bulldog Coach Brian Kim Todd. Starting at guard, senior number 32, Keisha Compton. At guard, senior number 12, Cassidy Schultweiler. At center, senior number 50, Kelsey Bennett. At forward, sophomore 24, Colby Sanders. And at forward, 8th grader 33, Brianna Gold. And now, your Central Hardin Lady Bruins, Assistant Coach Ashley Vondermolen, Assistant Coach Tim Isaac, and in his 23rd season, the Lady Bruin head coach James Terry Buckles. Starting at guard, 5'8" senior number 10, Samantha Sheriff. At guard, 5'7" senior number 14, Kylie Brady. At guard, 5'9" junior number 5, Elena Hitch. At guard, a 5'6" senior number 12, Kaylin Day. And at center, 6'1" junior 23, Katie Red.
So some changes abounding in the lineup that we saw in that E-Town game as Fritz and Hitch move into the lineup. And as you alluded to in our pregame comments, Hugh, changes really across the Lady Bulldog lineup from the last time. Actually, the last time we saw them was at the start of the season when they took on North Hardin.
Yeah, according to the newspaper today, got a couple out for personal reasons, and then Morgan Dixon fighting with a pretty tough sprained ankle right there. She's taped up and went through warm-ups, but looked a little bit gimpy out there. I don't know if she'll get in the game or not.
As we're just about set to get underway here this evening. Quick check of the district standings. North Hardin leads the way at 5-1. Elizabethtown is 4-2. Then you get Central Hardin 2-2. John Hardin in fourth at 1-3. Fort Knox 0-4. As Brady quick to the basket, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. And the Lady Bulldogs come away with it. Kempton into the front court for John. Pushing it up the floor. Kicks it off. Shot goes up. May have been blocked. Goes behind the backboard. And we get a whistle, and Central will get it back.
Outside guy calls it. I thought it got the back of the backboard, too. Looked like it got the back of the support that goes around the side. It's odd that guy ends up making the call, though.
Sheeran with the ball in the corner. Cross-court pass. Day with it out front. Hitch. Top of the key. Hitch drives, steps inside. Free throw line jumper. Won't count. She traveled.
Yeah. Took a little hop to get her feet under before she shot the ball.
So it comes back to the Lady Bulldogs. 29 seconds into this game and no score.
Yeah, they didn't score, but ball out of bounds on the end. Central will press.
Kempton out front. Golden has the ball taken away as Hitch driving to the basket. Golden running step for step, picks up the foul.
Golden just an 8th grader. You know, it's one of those things, it's a learning experience every time you get on the floor in a varsity ball game.
Brianna Golden, her first.
Foul before the shot, so actually no shot attempt. Fritz with it, kicks it out. Brady over to Day. She'll try the three-pointer from the left side. Too strong. Brady gets the miss, back up and in.
Sean Potter looks at the referee, thought she popped her in the head reaching over. Kylie reaches over and gets the ball and the basket.
Central jumps out 2-0. And the ball goes to the floor. Fought for Day. Gets it ahead to Sharon. Sharon drives down the lane. Will bank it off the glass and in.
Day won't get an assist out of that, but she creates that play by her willingness to get on the floor.
And a timeout by John Hardin at 6:59 to go here in the first quarter. They take a 30-second timeout, quickly trailing 4-0.
Yeah, Coach Todd, you know, he's after him. He doesn't like breakdowns on that, and he doesn't like the fact that Central beats him to the floor on the loose ball. You have got to get on the floor when the ball's loose. And Brian's not going to put up with anything less than your best effort out there. He's already made a substitution here.
Going to the bench as believe this is Caitlin Kofer. Or check, no, that's Dixon. We'll double check that in just a moment.
Dixon's still on the bench. That must be Kofer.
Shot up,
maybe
no
right
good.
First time.
No good, and Central brings it down the floor. Day with the basketball, cross
got to be
court.
real careful right now. You know, Central makes this little run at them, and they're getting on the boards, and they're getting loose balls. John Hardin needs a basket.
Coming back the other way. Splits the double team, but travels does Kempton.
Well, she just keeps her pivot foot right there. You know, don't leave the referee's eyes down. She's probably going to pick up a foul call.
A minute 30 into the ball game. You see the score. Sharon out front. Now Hitch, cross court. Day with it. Now Sharon thought about the three. Will step inside. Pulled up 15-footer. Rolls off. No good. Fritz at 6'1". Puts it up and in.
Just taller than who she's playing against. Able to go up over the top. John Hardin in the zone. In the zone, sometimes it's tough to know who to block out, but somebody needs to find Fritz down inside, as big as she is.
2 minutes into the ball game. Now 6-0. Central with the lead. Golden pulls up uncontested three-pointers and air ball right into the hands of Kaylin Day. Day into the front court. Bounce pass. Brady with it. Brady. Ball batted around. Fritz eventually comes down with it. Goes to the basket, up and in.
Nice catch of the loose ball, and she knows what to do with it. That's back-to-back baskets inside for Katie Fritz.
4 for Fritz, and make it an 8-0 ball game in favor of Central Hardin. So the Lady Bruins out of the gate quickly here.
Yeah, they're being real patient attacking John Hardin's zone defense, looking for openings and finding holes in it right now.
Golden with the basketball to the top of the key. Now drives down low, kicks it out. Golden back to Kempton. Kempton works to the left side now.
Coach Todd gives them a play call from the bench, trying to get somebody in the right spot.
Kempton brings it back out. Coming down to the 5-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Kicks it over. Golden will try another three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Sharon with it. On the outlet ahead to Hitch. Hitch over Golden, puts it up and in.
Nice look by Samantha right there as she looked ahead. I pointed up as soon as when the shot went up, Elena released. Samantha throws it over the top, and they get an easy one.
Makes it a 10-0 ball game. 4:44 to go here in the first. Compton waits for traffic to clear. Double team, kicks it over. Schonkweiler thought about the three, cut off. Bounce pass back to Compton. Compton steps inside, puts up the shot, rolls off, no good. Brady on the rebound. Into the front court, Day with it. 2 against 4. Fritz down low, puts the high shot up, an air ball.
Tried to use the left hand on the left side to keep the ball away from the defense, but really didn't control it near as well as she would with her strong hand.
As Compton comes across the timeline.
And John Hardin just can't get it. Compton got right to the basket last time, needs to make that basket, but the other shots that they've gotten in the offense so far, Central's defense has been really good. They've been three-pointers. They've been outside shots, which isn't something that they're going to rely on a whole lot.
Golden to Compton. Now Schonkweiler takes it. Down low, they get it to Bennett. Bennett double team, shot doesn't go, gets her own miss, back up, and no good. The iron unkind there.
Very unkind. That ball looks like it's down in the cylinder and hops out. She will get to go to the line for a couple shots.
Samantha Sharon picks up the foul. It'll be her first, team first. Now Bennett will go to the line to try and get the Lady Bulldogs into the scoring column.
Bennett did a nice job with her offensive move there. She, rather than let the double team come to her, Central was getting ready to jump down. She went real quick. As soon as she caught the ball, went ahead and turned into the defense and went up toward the basket. You got to make a pretty quick move when you're playing Central because those guards double down so well.
Second shot in the air is good.
And they, off the snide, they put a point on the board finally with the free throw.
Makes it 10-1. 3:44 to go here in the first quarter. Sharon with the basketball. Now over in the corner. Day will try a three-pointer. Kicks off the side, no good. Brady with a miss out front. Central resets. No look out front. Brady down low for Allen. Ball batted around. This one is rescued by Brady.
Bennett broke it up.
Down in the paint, here's Allen, goes to the basket. Can't get the shot to go. Had the ball, lost it. Still on the floor. Hitch picks it up.
That's the opportunity Central struggled with when we've seen them this season, is finishing that play down inside.
Allen goes to the basket. She puts it up and in.
That's what's got to happen. When you get those kind of opportunities, point blank at the rim, you've got to convert.
Allen with her first points of the ball game. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 12-1. Lady Bruins have been in control from the start. Compton with the basketball out front for John Hardin. Compton now to Bennett. Bennett looking down underneath. Kofer couldn't pull it in.
Not a bad cut. She actually had about a half a step in front of Brady there cutting to the basket, but the pass is too tall for her. Turns into a turnover.
Kristen Hardin and Courtney Gunning are into the ball game for Central Hardin.
Number 20, Courtney Gunning. And for John Hardin.
Schonkweiler back in for John Hardin.
Down to 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Bruins scored the first 10. And they have never looked back. Gunning with the basketball, left side. Down underneath, Sharon, back out, Gunning. Fires up, three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Kobe Sanders.
And John Hardin playing what looks like a soft 1-3-1. Really no traps out of it. Central moving the ball around there and gets open three-point look.
Compton on the drive, spinning, cut off. Out front, Schonkweiler will try the three-pointer and makes it.
Nice job. Keisha Compton creates that by drawing the attention down the lane. And Schonkweiler, that's probably a stronger part of her game. She's a nice outside shot.
12-4 the score. And a turnover by the Lady Bruins.
Man, John Hardin showing just a shade of life with that made three-pointer.
Could cut it down to maybe a 6 or even 5-point deficit. Compton was Sharon guarding her. Out front, Golden takes it. Golden down low, pass is intercepted.
Playing the lane on the inside-out pass.
Down the other end, here's the drive, and Cardin gets the roll.
Good left hand on the left side by Kristen Cardin.
6 Lady Bruins have now scored in this ball game, as it's 14-4 Central. Under 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bennett with it at the free throw line. Out front, Golden. Golden now underneath Sanders. Ball knocked out of her hands. Last touch by Central Hardin. 1:17 on the clock. Central inbounds, or John inbounds, trailing by 10. Ball deflected, intended for Bennett. But it comes down to Central Hardin. Now a scramble Hardin just beats Compton to get to the basketball. Down low, Allen with it, kicks it out. Sharon, three-pointer, right side, no good. Rebound comes down. Sanders for John Hardin.
Callie threw a hot pass down inside to Whitney Allen. She got rid of it quick back out to Sharon, but that pass, you better get your hands up playing with her.
Compton driving, pulls up, free throw line jumper, no good.
Got deep in the lane and got a good shot, just can't get the roll.
Gunning with it in the front court for Central. Now Sharon takes it. Coming down to 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. Cross-court pass. Hardin lost the handle. And it comes back to the Lady Bulldogs.
Kristen might have took her eye off that one for half a second. Hey, you know, look down inside. You want to do that when you catch, but you got to catch first.
The inbounds play, and Brady deflects it away. Now John Hardin will have to reset the offense.
Yeah, they'll get the ball in a better spot here. Rather than deep in that corner on the sideline, they'll get it on the inline. Girl out of bounds still cannot move.
Golden takes the basketball on the inbounds. Now Sanders with it. Down to 30 seconds. Compton beats the 10-second count. Cross-court passes was intercepted. Nobody was home except for Sharon, and she converts down at the other end.
As a cross-court pass to nobody, Sharon recognizes it first, steps right up through there, and it's an easy dribble down the floor, make the layup.
Sharon's got 4 points in the ball game as the ball goes to the floor, but we'll get a reach in on Courtney Gunning.
Personal foul, Kristen Hardin.
We'll check that Hardin. That'll be her first, team second.
And Coach Isaac's down here, assistant coach on the Central Hardin bench. Claps, he likes the hustle. She got on the floor and tried to get in there and get the ball.
13.3 remaining here in the quarter.
There's good fouls and there's bad fouls. Coaching staff doesn't mind that one, hustling in there trying to get on your trap.
Schonkweiler has the ball knocked away, maintains the position. Here's Bennett, though, goes to the basket, up and in.
Nice play. Good pass, and Bennett with a nice finish. Got it on the backboard.
Time running down here in the quarter. Little runner thrown up by Brady, no good. As she was falling down, and the first quarter has come to an end. Central Hardin scored the first 10 of the ball game, and that's the margin they lead by 10 at 16-6.
Callie maybe anticipating, hoping for a whistle, I guess, with that dribble drive. And you know, she gets up okay, but she was slow to get up. That floor doesn't give a whole lot, and you always wonder when she hits the floor. And she's on it quite a bit, but she's got that big knee wrap where she's had that problem before. So,
thanks again to the sponsors making possible coverage of tonight's ball game. Brandenburg Telecom, RQ Printing, Owsley Family Chiropractic, Physical Therapy Associates, and eTownApartments.com. Leading scorers in the ball game for Central Hardin. Right now it is Katie Fritz and Samantha Sharon, each with 4 points. Also leading scorers across the way, 3 points each in the ball game. Cassidy Schonkweiler, also 3 to Kelsey Bennett. Some of the other numbers supplied to us, Chris Adams here at Central Hardin High School. Just some quick numbers here. Central 8 of 18 from the field in that first quarter for 44%. The Lady Bulldogs 2 of 9 for 22%. 3-point shooting at the moment. Actually, Central 0 of 5. John 1 of 3.
yeah, but you look down this column, and the 7 turnovers for John Hardin. They get half as many shots as Central. They get 9 shots there in the first quarter. Central 18. That's quite a few shots for an 8-minute quarter.
Inbounds. Lady Bulldogs trailing by 10. Schonkweiler had to pull that one down just barely. Sanders back to Schonkweiler. Down low, Bennett with it. Now kicks it over to Golden. She'll try a three-pointer. Off the side of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Sanders goes up, can't convert. Still being batted around. Golden tries to put it up, can't get it to go. Still on the floor. Fritz rescues it to Kylie Brady.
John Hardin having a tough time down inside. A lot of shots laying on the rim and not falling for him right now.
Had a number of chances, could not cash them in. And now Central with the basketball. Hitch with the basketball, cross court. Brady with it. Brady, bullet pass down underneath to Fritz. Off balance shot doesn't go. And Keisha Kempton able to pull it in for John Hardin.
Another good catch. I'm not sure, playing with Kylie, I guess you get used to that coming at you.
Kempton drives, draws contact in the foul.
We talked about pre-game, how Compton's kind of the key. She's going to handle the ball majority of the time for them, and she can create for herself.
Sharon picks up the foul. That's her second. 7:08 to go here in the first half. John Hardin basketball trailing by 10. Schonkweiler with it. Pass deflected, although Golden able to chase it down. They got a Golden. Back to Compton.
Central 2-3 zone, but those guards, they'll come out and challenge a little bit. They'll go right up to the ball handler.
High arching throw over the zone. Pass partially deflected. Lady Bruins get the basketball. Sharon with it. Sharon kicks it over. Brady. Brady, cross-court pass. Day, three-pointer, right side, no good. Golden able to track it down. Now John Hardin pushing the pace here. Compton tries to split the double team, can't convert the shot. Fritz gets the rebound.
You got Samantha way out in front. There's another run out down the opposite side of the floor. So the outlet pass the right side. Hitch got it earlier. Sharon gets it that time running hard up the left-hand side of the floor and get behind the defense.
6 to Sharon.
Oh, Callie gets a hand on just a basic pass.
And
it's
a
going to get
bullet
another
pass
assist.
as Day is able to cash that one in.
Brady steals the inbounds pass and then misses the layup. Stepped right in front of the inbounds pass. Really rushed that layup a little bit.
20 to 6 is the score. Under 6 minutes to go and a timeout by John Hardin. They'll take another 30-second timeout.
They finished the first quarter all right. John Hardin, I mean, they're down, 12-0. And then once they scored, they actually probably had about a 6-4 advantage right there at the end of the quarter. So did all right there at the end of the quarter. But here out, 2 quick baskets. You know, you get the run-out layup as you throw it over the top. Then immediately Callie gets the steal for the layup. Almost had 6 points in about 10 seconds. And she got another steal but missed a layup.
And all of that courtesy of pressure defense by the Lady Bruins.
And pressure defense and then John Hardin not making good decisions with the passes. You have to make good decisions. You have to anticipate. You've got to fake the ball, see how the defense reacts, and then throw the ball the opposite way.
Right now it's a 20-6 ball game. The Lady Bruins with the better of it at the moment.
And if you don't fake before you pass against pressure defense, if you look where you're going to throw it and then go ahead and throw it there anyway, you're going to turn it over quite a bit.
John basketball. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now trailing 20-6. Golden with the basketball. Compton is going to have it taken away. Actually, just beyond her reach. Here's Hitch driving to the basket and draws contact and the foul.
And that's a bad pass that creates that turnover. Compton has to go up high to try to catch it with one hand. Hitch right there up on her is able to take it away and go the opposite end.
Elena Hitch will go to the free throw line.
Elena Hitch shooting 2.
In that first half, or first quarter, Central did not take a free throw. And the first attempt here, no good. John Hardin was 1 of 2 from the line.
Hitch with 2 points in the first quarter there. That run out that she made the layup off the long pass from Brady.
Another attempt upcoming here. Kicked off the rim, no good. But Carton makes the rescue. Down underneath, another bullet pass. Kaylin Day converts for her 4th point of the ball game.
Yeah. Callie's got a couple of real nice assists here in this quarter already.
And Central really turning up the defensive pressure right now. Double team pressure, Golden gets it away to Compton. 5:20 to go here in the first half. Cross-court pass, Golden with it. Back to Compton. On the drive, now out front. 3-point attempt on the way by Golden is good.
Finally gets one. They obviously feel comfortable with her. Coach Todd's giving her the green light to shoot that one over because I think that's her 4th attempt, probably within about a 5-foot block over there. Finally gets one to go.
22-9. Hitch with the basketball for Central Hardin. Down to the other end, 2-point attempt on the way by Carton doesn't go. Rebound Compton down low. As she brings it across the time stripe, 4:43 to go here in the first half.
Central man-to-man now in the half-court set.
Compton, Schonkweiler with it. Down low looking for Bennett. Fritz had a hand on it. Bennett eventually gets it. Down in the paint. Basket good by Schonkweiler.
Give Bennett a lot of credit there for staying with that. It looked like Fritz had a steal off a real bad pass from the wing. But Bennett stays in there and fights for it and makes a basket for her team on hustle alone.
5 for Schonkweiler in the ball game, 22-11. Cross-court pass. Hitch with it. Hitch puts up the shot and draws contact.
That goal was scored by Caitlin Cofer.
Actually give credit to that basket for Caitlin Kofer and not Schonkweiler.
Personal foul, Kelsey Bennett, her first.
Bennett picks up her first foul. Just the team 3rd on the Lady Bulldogs. Hitch misses the free throw.
In the lineup, number 24, Kobe Sanders.
Get Kobe Sanders, number 24, into the ball game.
She's going to take Bennett's place.
Hitch back at the line. 4th free throw attempt upcoming here. And makes this one. 3 for Hitch, 23-11 the score. Double team pressure almost a takeaway there.
Foul call comes before the turnover. Central's getting ready to get their layup. The whistle stops the play.
Katie Fritz picks up the foul. First, team fourth. 4:09 remaining here in the first half. Compton breaks the press, dishes down low. Shot put up by Schockweiler, no good, but draws the foul.
Central hustling to try to get back in the play. John Hardin had gotten out in front of everybody. It's actually a pretty good foul. Make them get 2 from the line instead of giving them the easy little layup right there on the right-hand side.
Hardin picks up her second personal, and that'll send Schockweiler to the line. First free throw is good.
Number 10, Samantha Sheridan.
Schockweiler's a good shooter. She makes the shot outside earlier, and then they're at the line. You can just tell when you watch her shoot the basketball, she's got good form. She's obviously a pretty good shooter from the line and from the field.
Does not make the second one. Kofer had her hand on it for a moment, but Hitch had it knocked away now and regains control as Samantha Sharon back in the ball game for Central Hardin. Halfway through the second quarter, 11-point lead for Central. Hitch pulls up, jumper, got it.
Very nice move. Defender running right at her, shows her the ball, one dribble left and a pull-up jumper.
5 in the ball game now for Hitch. Makes it 25-12, and Hitch looking to add to that total here, can't convert.
Brady with another steal, but no conversion by Central on the break.
Double team pressure, Compton being pinned right along that sideline, and Hitch comes away with it.
Yeah, Coach Todd upset because Day over there's laying up the back of Compton's legs in that trap. I mean, could have been an easy call. Referee's right there.
Whitney Allen in the ball game for Central Hardin. Kelsey Bennett in for John Hardin. 3:15 remaining here in the first half. 25-12. Central Hardin leads it over John Hardin. Full court pressure by the Lady Bruins. Sanders to Golden. Ahead to Compton. Compton tries to dribble through the double team, picked up by Allen. Ball deflected. Sanders comes away with it.
Well, you hate to work so hard to get it in a trap over there. Good job getting the turnover and then give it right back to him.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Compton pulls up short jumper, gets it to roll through.
Well, not a very tall girl, Keisha not, but when she gets down in the lane, her jumper, she's got probably more vertical on her jumper than most girls around.
25-14 now the score. Brady with it, fires up a three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Sharon with it, drives, now kicks it out. Hitch will try the three-pointer and drain it.
Yep. Hitch has made the last 2 shots off that left side, about a 16-footer, and then there's a three-pointer.
Central doubles up John Hardin, 28-14.
Elena could be on a real nice run. In between, she missed that layup.
He's got 8 in the ball game to lead all scorers, and we get a reach in on Kylie Brady. Her first, team 6th. Gunning back in the ball game for Central Hardin. And we get a timeout. Central Hardin, they'll take a 30-second timeout.
Central Hardin calls a 30-second
The clock arrested
timeout.
at 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Lady Bruins calling the timeout right there, but in control of this ball game at 28-14.
Yeah, they jumped out early and been in pretty good control since. I think John Hardin got a couple baskets there at the end of the first quarter and squeezed it down to 10 at the quarter. Central been hanging right there in that 10, 12, 14-point range, up 14 points. 2:14 to go in the half, so they're in control of the ball game.
Lady Bruins scored the first 10 of this ball game. From that point on, it's been played pretty much in the 10 to 14-point range. 14, actually the biggest lead of the night was at 16 at 22-6. Ryan Todd's Lady Bulldogs trying to cut the 14-point deficit down at the moment. Golden with the basketball. Looking down low. Sanders between double team. Tried to get it back to Bennett.
That was a blind pass with a lot of hope behind it. You know, hoping your teammate was the one to catch it.
Central basketball. Day thought about the 3. Now steps inside. Takes the 2. Doesn't go. Rebound Sanders. Compton will bring it into the front court with 1:40 to go. Compton drives, puts up the shot over Allen, gets it to roll through.
I think it's a good idea on their part to try to push the ball before the defense gets set. They're having a tough time against Central's half-court defense. Maybe get something quick before they all get their positioning.
Takes it to a 12-point ball game as Sharon with the basketball. Now back out front to Gunning. Minute 20 to go here in the half. Sharon, bounce pass. Allen puts it up and in.
Another thing we talked about pregame right there is the fact that we thought Brady and Sharon would try to get teammates involved. Kylie's had quite a few assists, and that's a really nice drop bounce pass to the block from Samantha right there.
John Hardin takes a full timeout here at a minute 14 to go in the quarter, trailing 30-16. And the other thing we're seeing a little bit more of, looking down low, looking for Fritz, looking for Allen.
And trying to get them involved, and they're capitalizing more often than not. You'd like to see them make all of those shots down inside, but the guards are trying to get them into those spots. Coach Todd down here frustrated the fact that, the defense stepping out of position and really talking about execution defensively down here in the huddle, kind of after them. But the deal is you learn by your mistakes. He wants to talk about this mistake and then not see it made again.
Again, district standings as you take a look at the Lady Bruins. Right now they are in third place, 2-2 in the district, trailing Elizabethtown at 4-2, North Hardin at 5-1. Central Hardin, again, resigned at this point. The best they could finish would be potentially a 2 seed. That would be provided they take care of business against the rest of the district and beat North Hardin here coming up next month.
And between the 2 and the 3, it really doesn't matter because those two match up, and there's no big advantage to being the 2 or the 3. The only real advantage right here would be to be the 1. And they've kind of, right now the way the season's played out, that option's not open.
A North win would give them the number 1 seed. A Central win would hand that number 1 seed to Elizabethtown. So
they might potentially dictate who they get to play in that 2-3 game.
So a lot riding on. Of course, you want to get a win, get that momentum, something to think about going into the district.
Oh, definitely. Central's going to give everybody their best game. Nobody's going to take one for the team just to change the seeding and pick your opponent.
Cross-court pass, Brady with it. Over to Day, 3-point shot on the way, no good. Brady with a miss. Fall-away jumper, kicks off, no good. Schonkweiler comes down with it.
Central's done a good job moving the ball side to side. The diagonal pass is really extending the John Hardin zone and making them move more than they want to. Brady right there, just a little fallback, just a little long off the glass. That's a shot she's used to making.
Down to 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Lady Bulldogs angling for the 1 shot. Schonkweiler with it. Now Bennett at the free throw line, steps inside past Allen, puts the high shot up, no good. Brady comes down with a rebound, but unable to get a shot off, and time expires here in the first half of play, as it is Central Hardin leading John Hardin by the score of 30-16.
Good first half, Central Hardin. They came out strong. They get the nice lead, double digits early, and then they've maintained that lead throughout the first half.
Difference really in this ball game came at the onset, a 10-0 run by the Lady Bruins to start. John Hardin played them even really the rest of the way in the first quarter. That made the score 16-6 at the end of 1. Lady Bruins responded with a 6-0 run to begin the quarter. In the second, had their longest lead of the night at 16. The current margin stands at 14 at 30-16.
And you look at the second quarter there, Lee, Central Hardin wins 14-10. So John Hardin keeping the margin a little bit better there in the second quarter, but still trying to fight their way over that hump where they dug that 10-point hole early.
Quick check of the scoring here unofficially in the first half. It is Elena Hitch leading the way with 8 points. Then you get 6 to Samantha Sharon. 4 points in the ball game to Kaylin Day and Whitney Allen. 2 points each to Kylie Brady and to Kristen Cardin. Also 4 points in the ball game to Katie Fritz. Across the way for John Hardin, it is 4 points to Keisha Kempton, 4 points to Cassidy Schonkweiler, 3 points to Kelsey Bennett, 3 points to Brianna Golden, and 2 points to Caitlin Kofer. Foul situation right now, Central Hardin in any sort of foul difficulty, and if you can call it that, you've got Sharon and Cardin each with 2 personals, Brady and Fritz with 1. Across the way, Compton, Bennett, and Golden each with 1 for John Hardin. 30-16 is the halftime score. It is Central leading John Hardin. Thanks again to the sponsors making possible coverage of tonight's ball game. That being Brandenburg Telecom, RQ Printing, Owsley Family Chiropractic, Physical Therapy Associates, AnytownApartments.com. Those folks making possible coverage of tonight's ball game on Brandenburg Telecom Channel 1 and HCEC-TV. Hardin County Educational and Community Television is a division of Hardin County Schools that's also seen on Comcast Cable Channel 2 in Elizabethtown, Vine Grove, and Hardin County, and Inside Cable Channel 25 in Radcliffe. Our coverage of this girls' district basketball game continues in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Bruin Gymnasium on the campus of Central Hardin High School, along with Hugh O'Brien. This is Lee Bramlett, Hardin County Educational and Community Television. Welcome to our continuing coverage of girls high school basketball. At halftime, it is Central Hardin leading John Hardin by the score of 30-16. With a look at some of the numbers from the first half, here's Hugh O'Brien.
Yeah, shot attempts, Lee. That's a big number right here. Central gets 33 shots up there in the first half, and they limit John Hardin to only 19 attempts because they force them into 15 turnovers. Turnovers are ball possessions where you don't get a shot attempt, and that hurts John Hardin here in the first half. Central not really shooting lights out in any phase of the game. They're 42% from the field, 1 of 9 on the three-pointers. The three-pointers just really hadn't dropped for them last couple games we've had them. Only 1 of 4 from the line. But defensively, creating the turnovers and getting some easy baskets has led them up to a 14-point lead.
Both teams back out on the floor here in the second half. Again, quick recap of where things stood. Really, the game in its early minutes, critical 10-0 run by Central to start the game. John Hardin was able to play even pretty much the rest of the quarter. Got it 16-6 at the end of one. And then Central Hardin turned up their defensive pressure, ran it out to a 16-point margin at 22-6 before John was able to steady the wheels a bit.
Yeah, it looked like John Hardin just from the get-go right there, just the run, and it kind of piled on him. It got to 10 real quick there, and then they kind of caught their breath and made a little play there, and they've done fairly well since. But you dig yourself a 10-0 hole in a game where you have some trouble trying to get points, that's a pretty big one to try to overcome.
Leading scorers in the ball game, it is Elena Hitch with 8 points for Central Hardin. Across the way for John Hardin, it is Compton and Schonkweiler each with 4 points. As you look at the John Hardin bench, getting some last-minute words from Brian Todd.
Coach Buckles has got to be pretty pleased. Got 7 people in the scoring column there in the first half. You know, everybody got on the floor. They've got a range of about 2 to 8 points on their scores right there. And the other thing that you like, and we thought they would do this prior to the game, but Sharon and Brady sharing the lead right there in assists. They both have 4 assists. So they're creating baskets and opportunities for those other teammates. And that's what they need in the games that are going to be tight and in the tough games against E-Town, North Hardin, and any other big rival kind of game. They've got to get some help for Kylie and Samantha. Some other people have got to step up and produce offensively.
As we're just about set to begin the second half, Elena Hitch comes over to inbounds the basketball to Samantha Sharon, and the second half is underway. Sharon, bounce pass, paint, Brady, down low, Fritz off balance, puts it up, but traveled.
Looks like she got popped across the jaw right there. Referee calls a walk.
Now Central does pick up with full court pressure. Kempton.
Coach Buckles still talking about that foul. She got hit in the jaw.
Across the time stripe, Keisha Kempton for John Hardin, along with Cassidy Schonkweiler, Colby Sanders, Brianna Golden, and Kelsey Bennett. Central Hardin with Elena Hitch, Samantha Sharon, Katie Fritz, Kylie Brady, and Kaylin Day. This is Compton with the basketball. Pulls up in the paint. High arching shot. Got it.
Good shot in there. And again, using that nice jump shot she's got down in the lane.
Takes it down to a 12-point deficit. 18-30. Central with the basketball. Day gets around the defender. Had a nice move there. Just lost the dribble.
Yeah, it's kicked down low. Got it off somebody's foot. They put a foot in the dribble lane, I guess. And the referee calls that. So Central's going to keep possession. Down along the baseline.
Kylie Brady on the left-hand side of your screen to inbound it. Fritz takes it. Fritz to Sharon. Now Fritz down low. Pass is picked off. Bennett got a hand on it.
Bennett's done some good things tonight right there, playing the passing lane, 3-quarter, and getting over the top to get a piece of the ball.
Compton got caught in traffic then, brings it back out. Now Compton from the free throw line. Gets her own miss and rolls it in.
You got to follow that shot. Does it and gets a basket for it.
8 for Compton.
They've got it to 10, and you know, you feel like they're trying to gain a little momentum right here coming out of the halftime break.
Gets the John Hardin partisans into this one. Out front, Hitch thought about that three. Sharon with it, now takes it back. It's like 2-3 by John Hardin. We get a reach and foul on Golden.
It kind of changes that. I don't
floats from a 2-3 almost to a 2-1-2.
And every now and then they bring one person out on the top. So they're trying to make you guess a little bit offensively.
Nice play there by Brady. Found no one open, just threw it off the back of a John Hardin player and took her own pass.
She jumped in bounds real quick to avoid the fact that she could have been standing out of bounds and it had been a turnover.
Brady will have to re-inbounds. Tipped up in the air, and Golden comes down with it, and a foul on Central Hardin.
You feel like, we've been a minute 40 right here. You feel like John Hardin got a little momentum coming in here to start the third quarter.
Hitch picks up her first foul.
Chance to see single digits for the first time since we threw it up and got out 10-0.
The last time it was in that single-digit range was at 8-0. A basket here could bring it back to within single numbers. Golden with the basketball. Cross-court pass. This was going to get picked off by Sharon. Now Hitch out in front of it, lost the handle, gets it back, puts it up, but draws the foul.
Good foul by Golden. You don't want to give up a layup there. You're starting to get a little bit of momentum. You don't want Central to get an easy basket.
Golden picks up her third. And now Hitch goes back to the line. Hitch gets two shots here. And the first one rolls off. Free throw shooting on the night, 1 of 4.
Yeah, coming into the quarter, so 1 of 5 now.
Another free throw attempt. This one kicks off no good. Bennett able to claim the rebound.
Hitch has made some outside shots, but hadn't really done anything from the line. Now 1 of 6.
Compton's shot is short. Tipped up in the air, scramble. Golden comes down with it.
Somebody's got to put 2 hands on it. Both teams smacking it with 1 hand on that rebound.
Down in the corner, here's a jumper on the way. Sanders in and out, no good. Bennett tries on the follow, no good. Now the long outlet. Here's Day out front. John Hardin gets back, though. Now Brady drives the inside, splits the defenders. The runner kicks off the back of the board, no good. Fritz up and in, and the foul.
Fritz just so tall. When she puts those arms up in the air and keeps her hands high, she's taller than anybody else on the floor tonight.
Foul is going to be on Sanders, which will be her first. Caitlin Kofer back in the lineup, number 21 for John Hardin. Now Fritz try and push it out to a 13-point lead, and does. Took that high kicker and went in. Fritz now with 7 in the ball game. And that sets up the full court pressure. And the ball gets knocked away. And quickly a 10-second situation finally.
Brian realizes that they're way back there and the count's getting up near 7 and 8. He's going to take the timeout. It'll reload that backcourt time.
So the second timeout now, full timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. Central has 4 of their 5 allotment. 5:16 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you've whittled it down right there. I mean, you had it down to 10 and they get 3-point play. You hate to turn it over and give up possession without even breaking half court. So Brian goes ahead and takes the timeout to keep the possession.
But they had opportunities to get this thing down into single-digit range, couldn't cash in, and down at the other end, Fritz converts the 3-point play.
Yeah, you got to come out of the locker room and think that's a positive for them, though. I mean, they came out of the locker room strong there, made the little run, had opportunity, had the ball a couple times there, and shots to take it down to single digits.
Instead, the margin right now is at 13. 5:16 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, as well as John Hardin came out and played first minute and a half, 2 minutes of the third quarter. Central's only lost a point off that halftime lead here.
It'll be a Lady Bulldog basketball when play resumes. As the Bulldogs head down the court to inbound the basketball. 1-2. Actually go straight man press. And they trap out of it, and they trap in that corner and force the turnover.
Yeah, timeout doesn't do them a lot of good. Is on the pressure right there. They're going to turn it over anyway. That's what they called the timeout for, was to avoid a turnover.
Now Brady will inbounds it to Sharon. Day takes it. Day Looking down low, finds Fritz, turns around over Bennett. Basket good on the foul.
Katie Fritz productive tonight in the low post, turning and facing, looking for her shot.
Foul will be on Kelsey Bennett, will be her second.
Kelsey Bennett, her second
And now Fritz will go to the line and converts the free throw. And Central matches their longest lead of the night.
Fritz has converted back-to-back their three-point plays.
Fritz with 10 points in this ball game. And we're under 5 minutes to go here in the third. Bennett, free throw line, now kicks it over. Golden, right side. Bounce pass, Bennett. Over in the corner, Schonkweiler will take the three-pointer left side. Got it.
Needed basket for John Hardin. Schonkweiler, the best outside shooter on the squad, gets them three there.
36-23 now. Ball tipped away. Here's Compton on the run. Over Hitch, puts up a shot off balance, rolls off. Hitch able to claim the rebound.
Well, you've said that way too many times tonight to suit John Hardin. They've had a lot of them that have rolled off.
Here's Hitch, thought about the three. Day, back to Hitch. Kaylin Day, Hitch, bounce pass. Sharon all alone. Had about a 5-foot cushion in the paint. Just turn around, put it up and in.
Now, you can't let a scorer like Samantha Sharon catch the ball standing 10 foot from the basket in the middle of the foul line.
8 for Sharon. 38-23 is the score. Bennett trying to hang on to that one, does. Schonkweiler fires up another three, way off the mark.
And Central's out in front with the break.
Day with it. At the last second, Schonkweiler gets a hand on it and draws the foul, which will be her first. That'll be the team fifth on John Hardin. And now Day will go to the free throw stripe. Get Kristen Carden to come into the ball game for Central. At the line, free throw in the air, good. Day with 5 points in the ball game as Allen also comes into the lineup. Colby Sanders back in.
Hitch and Fritz go to the bench for Central. Katie's been strong here in the third quarter.
Free throw attempt is good by Day.
They pushed her out to 17, Lee, quickly.
40-23. A 10-3 run here after John had cut it down to a 10-point deficit.
Compton tries to tightrope this sideline right in front of the scorer's table, and she realizes she's in trouble. Sharon has ran out of bounds trying to steal it. She tries to throw it off of her, but misses her.
Out front. Carden three-point attempt doesn't go. And Sanders comes down with a rebound.
Christian didn't look real comfortable shooting that ball. I had a little hitch in it or whatever, and ends up short.
Down low, Kofer, guarded by Allen. Along the sideline, Schonkweiler lost the handle, picked up by Day. And now it's a foot race. And the basket good.
And Day gets an easier basket because Sharon runs interference for a run down the floor, steps in front of the defense to prevent them from closing in and contesting the layup. 8
points now for Day. The margin is at 19 as Sanders puts it up, draws the foul from Brady, which will be her second.
Yeah, Brady's a smart player. You know, she commits that foul before she gets to going up in the act of shooting. That's going to be on the ground under the basket. Not only do they not get the layup chance, they don't even get the free throws right here. They're going to set up and play against half-court D.
Courtney Gunning will come back into the ball game as Day sits down. Surprising thing about when you look at the numbers at Central tonight, balance and scoring. Fritz with 10, Sharon 8, Day 8, Hitch 8. Kylie Brady, the leading scorer on this team at 17 apiece, only 2 points tonight.
And really hadn't looked for a shot a whole lot. Actually, she's missed a couple opportunities down in close to the basket, but I don't remember Kylie shooting. Has she shot any threes even tonight?
Not sure. Maybe one,
yeah.
And that's being very kind.
Yeah, they got her shooting a couple there in the first half, but, you know, sometimes when the game's tight, she'll look for that, you know, that little get a run going three-pointer, but she hadn't had to tonight. She's been much more of a distributor in this ball game.
Compton with a pull-up jumper. She's got 10 in the ball game.
Compton's the best player for John Hardin. I mean, she's going to be the one that can get you double-digit points, and she's the one with the most experience. Brian leans on her a lot.
Down to 2:22 to go here in the third quarter. 42-25. Sharon baseline jumper got it.
On the move, going toward the basket. Tough little shot. Depth perception's tough from the side, but Sharon can make that one. She likes that little runner on the baseline.
Double figures now for Sharon with 10 in this ball game. Central sets up full court pressure. Kofer looking for someone to get it to. Now Schonkweiler has the ball knocked away. Allen with it, kicks it out. Sharon will try the three right side, no good. Rebound Sanders. Pass almost picked off, it is. Hardin to Gunning. Hardin had a look. Instead, we'll kick it to Brady, left side.
John Hardin looking down a lot of passes. That outlet pass, she's staring right where she's going to throw it. Hardin reads the passer's eyes and able to step in the lane.
Cross-court pass. Here's Gunning going to try a three right side, too strong. Kofer with a rebound, ball slapped away. Compton picks it up.
Not much happening outside the arc for Central Hardin tonight.
Down the lane, Compton puts up the shot and draws the foul. Say that was on the floor, I believe. And that will be on Hardin. Picks up her third. Day back in the lineup for Central Hardin. Bennett in for John Hardin, as is number 23, Emily Hammond. 1:31 to go here in the third. Central Hardin 44, John Hardin 25. Kofer trying to put up the shot, has it blocked. And now Central on the run. Sharon can't convert the layup. Ball knocked out of bounds, but before that I believe we get a foul on Central.
It's like Brady going to pick up a foul. You know, missed layup creates the foul.
Kylie Brady picks up her third foul. John Hardin basketball at minute 24 to go here in the third quarter. Compton working against the press. Into the front court now with a minute 15 left. Compton down in the paint, puts up the shot, can't get it to go, gets her own miss, back up and in.
Littlest one on the floor, getting an offensive rebound to stick back. She did a good job out front against the trap. Backed out of the trap and then used her dribble ability to go around it.
44-27.
Set pass.
Down to the other end. Shot doesn't go. However, Sharon on the putback can't get it to go. Central gets it back. Three-pointer, good by Gunning.
Coach Todd thought she backed up to get the three-pointer, and he thought it was a walk.
Gunning gets into the scoring column. Makes it 47-27.
A pass from that far wing. Kylie reached up in front of somebody on the right-hand side and wrapped a pass back around her back.
And she takes the basketball there. They've got numbers 3-on-2. Brady drives the basket, puts it up, draws the foul.
Such a creative player, you know, and that's what you like, a point guard that create things for other people.
Keisha Compton will pick up the foul, her second. Some substitutions getting ready to come in for both teams.
It's been fun to watch Brady's career. I mean, he started down here playing for Terry young. I mean, very young, 8th, 9th grade, and played just tons of games. We've seen her a lot of games, and she just keeps improving. You know, just such a hard-nosed little player. And before the game, they made an announcement when they were out in California over the holiday break. She set a school record, scored 42 points in a game out there, and yeah, I think maybe a little bit of embarrassment. They're down there on the bench, kind of needling her about it, you know, but major league accomplishment with the girls who have come through Central Hardin to hold the scoring record.
Second free throw is good, and she will come out of the ball game. We have Alana Stanton into the ball game, number 30, and Hitch replaces Brady with 28.8 seconds left to go.
Yeah, up 21, closing out the third quarter. Coach Buckles has taken at least the first step into the deeper part of his bench.
Compton with the basketball as time winds down here in the third. Out front, Golden takes it. Golden kicks it over in the corner. Schonkweiler, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, Stanton had it, couldn't pull it in. John Hardin will get another shot with 8.6 seconds left.
Stanton did a pretty good job blocking out that time. She had two people on her side, just couldn't release quick enough to go get both hands on it.
Inbounds. Sanders with it. Sanders kicks it out. Golden down to 5 seconds. Looking for someone. Now Bennett, free throw line jumper doesn't go. And that's the third quarter. John Hardin got it down to 10. But then the Lady Bruins going on an 18-7 run to end the quarter from that point. And they have stretched the margin out to 48-27.
And John Hardin played good first minute and a half out of the locker room there, Lee, and then Central just seemed to turn the faucet back on them and made that run back at them. What they had closed down, ended up Central got that back plus some.
Thanks again to the sponsors making possible coverage of tonight's ball game. RQ Printing, Housley Family Chiropractic, Physical Therapy Associates, Eddie Down Apartment. HCEC-TV.com. Along with Hugh O'Brien, this is Lee Bramlett. We're in Gymnasium on the campus of Central Hardin High School. District matchup between the Lady Bruins and the Lady Bulldogs, and Central with a 21-point lead. Lead scorers in the ball game. It is Keisha Kempton with 12 points. She actually leads all scorers in leading the John Hardin scoring. Ballot scoring across the way for Central Hardin. Samantha Sharon and Katie Fritz each with 10 points.
Yeah, if I told you Central was shooting 2 of 15 from the three-point line, you might think this one was a little closer than what the scoreboard shows, 21-point game. But they've done things a lot of other ways. The turnovers forced is the big thing. John Hardin with 23 turnovers through 3 quarters. They had 8 there in the third quarter. Things were going good the first couple minutes, but once you start turning the ball over against Central Hardin, you put yourself in a hole that's hard to dig out of.
And the 8 players that Terry Buckles is running his rotation tonight each have scored. And we talk about the balanced scoring. Sharon with 10, Day with 8, Fritz with 10, Hitch with 8.
Terry's only got 11 dressed tonight, and 8 of them have gotten on the scoring column, so got a quarter to go. I'm sure some of those other girls down the end, if the lead stays at this level, we'll get to see a little action down here in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter underway with John Hardin with the basketball, trailing by 21. Golden with it. Now Compton. Brady guarding her. Now Sharon takes it as Compton gets in the paint, kicks it out. Jumper on the way, Sanders too strong. Tipped out of bounds. It'll come back to John Hardin. Keisha Compton will inbounds it. The inbounds comes into Shonkwaller. Try a three-pointer from the right side. Doesn't go. Gets her own miss. Shot up. No good. Rebound Shonkwaller. Out front. Golden with it. Now Compton, left corner. And we get a whistle of a foul on Brady. That'll be 4 on Kylie Brady.
Shonkwaller getting a couple of extra opportunities because she followed her shot. She got 2 offensive rebounds.
We get a substitution. Kristen Carden back in the lineup as Brady sits down. Inbounds. Golden gets it to Compton. Now to 7 minutes to go in this one. Compton kicks it over in the corner. Shonkwaller arching 3 with a hand in her face. Doesn't go. Out of bounds. At this one time, it'll go to Central Hardin.
John Hardin was there. He actually had 2 girls right there at the basketball. Neither one of them can grab it and keep it in play.
Looked like a player was closing in fast, trying to get it. Couldn't get a hand on it. If anything, knocked it out of bounds. So now Central basketball. Up 21. Hitch with it. Carden. Sharon. And Carden trade passes. Here's Hitch going to try a three-pointer. Doesn't go. Fritz fighting for the rebound. Couldn't pull it in. Goes out of bounds, and John Hardin will get it back. As Keisha Kempton will bring it up the floor for the Lady Bulldogs.
As much as she's handled the ball and as much as she's worked on the offensive end tonight, Compton's got to be a little bit tired.
Has she ever come out for a break?
I'm not sure he subbed for her.
Here's Kempton. Kicks it over in the corner. Shonkwaller will try a three-pointer. Doesn't go. Rebound Sharon for Central Hardin. Out of the other end, Day puts it up and in.
Shonkwaller hit the ground on the 3 attempt, hoping to draw a foul call. No whistle coming, and then they don't recover on the far side of the floor. Central throws again over the top and gets a layup.
Day becomes the 3rd player in double figures scoring for the Lady Bruins. She's got 10 now. Under 6 minutes left to go. Compton pulls up jumper, too strong. Fight for the rebound. Bennett gets it back up and can't get it to roll through. Tipped around, out of bounds, and comes back to Central Hardin. Kylie Brady will come back into the ball game for the Lady Bruins. Sharon to inbounds the basketball. As Brady will bring it across the time stripe. Now Day with it. Carden steps up, pulls up, jumper over Bennett, doesn't go.
Compton looking ahead, but nobody really sprinting down the floor out in front of her. She does a good job of keeping her head up. Girls need to run with her when there's an opportunity.
Compton splits the defenders, puts it up and in for her 14th point. 50-29 now the score. 5:18 left in this one. Cross-court pass, Fritz with it. Goes up for the shot. draws contact. That'll be on Kelsey Bennett. That'll be her third.
At the line.
Fritz again turning and facing the basket quick and making an aggressive, making an offensive move, getting herself back to the line. She had those 2 3-point plays earlier.
Fritz with 10 points in this ball game. Free throw attempt rattles out.
She made those 2 previous ones on those 3-point plays. That's what through 3 quarters had her at 2 of 2.
Second one doesn't go, and Bennett pulls down the rebound. 5:08 left to go. Keisha Compton. Compton angling left, now heads to the right. Moves off a screen from Bennett, goes into the lane, pulls up a shot, can't get it to go. Back up, no good, and draws contact from Fritz.
Yeah, John Hardin has reverted their offense to doing some isolation plays for Compton right now. She had to pick and had the opportunity on both sides. She had to pick on both sides, could have chose to go left or right, and with the pick, uses it well, is able to get deep into the foul lane.
Central, or make that John Hardin at the free throw stripe. First attempts for the night for Compton. They're 2 of 4 from the line. Compton now with 15 in the ball game. Whitney Allen back in the ball game as Fritz sits down.
And Brady back in with her 4 fouls here. She walked all the way around the floor, and it's sour look on her face last time. She didn't like the call the referee gave her over in the far corner. When the bump got called, she knocked Schunkweiler out of bounds.
16 for Compton, makes it 50-31. Hardin with the basketball, now Brady with it. Brady to Day. Day, 3-point attempt on the way, no good. Here's Sharon, goes up with a shot and draws the foul.
Well off the mark for Kaylin Day out here on the left, just off left at the top of the key, and really had all day to shoot that one. Nobody even coming toward her.
Kelsey Bennett, her 4th.
Kelsey Bennett picks up the 4th foul, and that will send Sharon to the line. First free throw attempt good.
Yeah, the line at number 21.
And this is one of the people you'd want up there if you're Central Hardin in a game situation. Sharon leads the team in free throw shooting 45 of 56, 80.3%.
She's really filled up the stat sheet tonight too, Lee. Through 3 quarters, 5 of 10 from the field, 5 rebounds, 10 points, 4 assists, 4 steals. She got something going in all the positive categories.
And made the second free throw. Takes it to a 52-31 ball game. Sharon with 12 on the night. Compton, left side.
Bennett and Allen wrestling down there on the block for position.
Here's Golden with it. Golden in the paint. The high arching runner in and out.
Way too many of those tonight for John Hardin. They get half of those have been in and out to fall. They're a little bit closer in the game.
Down at the other end, the bullet pass finds its mark, and Allen cashes it in for her 6th of the night.
Coach Todd didn't like the positioning of the interior defensive players right there. He goes right down the bench. Somebody's getting subbed for.
54-31. Now a long-range three-pointer by Compton, no good. Sharon goes in and gets the rebound.
Good team block out by Central Hardin. Everybody does their job, and then Samantha just runs to the basketball.
Bounce pass, or actually bullet pass again to Allen. Now a three-point attempt on the way. This one no good. Kofer pulls down the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. Out front, Schunkweiler, three-point attempt on the way. This one's good.
Cassidy Schunkweiler.
She had a good night shooting the basketball. Hey, she's taken quite a few shots, but she's been productive from the 3.
3 3-pointers on the ball game. Schunkweiler with 10. Makes it 54-34. 3:15 remaining in this one. Gunning with the basketball. Now Brady with it. Now Sharon drives to the paint. Banks it in and out, no good. And John Hardin will get it back.
Samantha frustrated with herself there. She got one of those in and outs that time.
John Hardin, number 24, Kobe Sanders.
Kobe Sanders back in the ball game. Kaylin Day in for Central Hardin.
Just under 3 minutes now. Central maintaining what's been a steady lead. They pushed it up here in the second half and sitting right on 20 points.
John Hardin with the basketball is Keisha Compton with it. Compton looking, now gets the ball to Golden. Golden pulls up, high arching shot doesn't go. Sanders on the putback doesn't go. We get a whistle of a foul underneath. And this one will be on Central Hardin. Day picks up the foul.
Kaylin Day, her first.
That'll be her first.
At the line, Cassidy Schunkweiler shooting 1 and the bonus.
Schunkweiler goes to the line.
If you're looking at John Hardin, it's something we didn't see in previous games. We had Golden, the 8th grader, right here, and really hadn't done a ton of stuff on the stat sheet tonight, but you can just see that she's got some potential. She can work and get her own shot, and she's pretty active on both ends of the floor.
Couple of opportunities finally cashed in as Bennett picks up her 5th point of the ball game. 54-36. 2.5 minutes to go. 3-point attempt good by Gunning.
Another made three-pointer. There hadn't been a whole lot of those tonight for Central Hardin. Quite a few attempts, but not a ton of makes.
Gunning with her 2nd tray of the night. 57-36. 2:15 remaining in this one. Compton with the basketball. And we get a double dribble call.
You know, Lee, we may got spoiled a little bit that night down here against E-Town when they made 14 out of 26 three-pointers. We expect more, but tonight the percentage really not that great from the three-point line for Central Hardin.
On the season, they're shooting about 35% from three-point range.
Now, coming into the 4th quarter, they were 2 of 15. Of course, Gunning just made that one, so that helps some.
Gunning will try another one from the corner and got it.
If she starts making them back-to-back, that percentage will climb back up there around the season average.
Takes it to 60-36.
John Hardin calls their
And John Hardin will call their final timeout of the ball game with 1:51 remaining.
Yeah, Central with the back-to-back threes by Gunning pushes the thing out to 24. You know, Brian, talking about got to close out on people that you know are going to take three-point shots down here in the huddle.
Across the way in that Central Hardin huddle, Coach Terry Buckles still working even with that 24-point advantage, although he's got to be pleased by some things he has seen here tonight. Getting the low post play, getting players involved, other than just relying on Sharon and Brady. He's got to be pleased in seeing those elements tonight.
You got to like the fact that Callie and Samantha make the effort to try to get those girls going and get them some confidence, because you know, those experienced girls and the coaching staff knows we have got to get production out of more people as we come down the stretch and hit the tournament.
Central Hardin lineup, number 20, Courtney Gunning, number 24, Whitney Allen, number 11, Christian Harper.
Christian Harper, number 11 into the ball game.
And number 21, Jennifer Hornback.
Jennifer Hornback in the game as well, as Coach Buckles has emptied the bench here.
Yeah, his starters are done for the night with 1:51 left in the game.
Golden coming in as Compton takes it with 1:48 remaining.
Central trying to match them up, stepping out of their zone, 2-3, and then you play the man in your area.
Schonkweiler 3 straight away, no good. Allen comes down with a rebound.
Cassidy's tried a couple times here in this quarter to get that after I let it go and hit the floor, hoping for the call.
Allen spins in the paint, puts up the shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Bennett gets it for John Hardin.
Well, Bennett's a hard worker. Coach Todd cannot fault the effort she's giving him down inside.
Compton with it. Golden. Now Sanders, 15-footer baseline doesn't go. Rebound Harper.
Good second pass, and they got an open shot along the baseline.
Hornback takes it in the front court, now Gunning with it. Allen kicks it out. Harper, three-pointer straight away, no good. Rebound comes down to Compton. Inside the final minute of this ball game. Compton tries to get around Harper, does. Question is, will the basket count? Yes, it will.
Personal foul.
18 for Compton.
So she's got to be getting close to 20. We're going to be right at it. This free throw can give her 19.
50.9 remaining here in the ball game after tonight. Not much rest time for either of these teams as they'll both be back in action in short order. Free throw no good, but Sanders goes back up, can't convert. Gets her own miss. Bennett down low, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Gunning. Central Hardin back at action 24 hours after this one is over. They will take on Fort Knox. John Hardin will get about a 48-hour break before they go to Allen County, Scottsville.
I think Coach Todd looks back at this game, and you got beat 22, or you're down 22 inside half a minute or whatever, but you look at all of those little chippy shots down inside that you could have made. This could have potentially been quite a bit closer ball game.
60-38 is the current margin with 16 seconds left to go. Central Hardin took command at the onset with 10 straight points to open the game. They never trailed as the shot no good, but a foul on Bennett.
Kelsey Bennett, her fifth.
And that will foul her out of the ball game. She leaves with 5 points.
In the lineup, Caitlin Kofer.
Caitlin Kofer will come back into the game. Central Hardin, as we mentioned, opened with 10 in a row to start and have never trailed. They let it all stop, 16-6 at the end of 1, 30-16 at halftime, 48-27 at the end of 3. Free throw attempt is no good. Schonkweiler racing into the front court as time runs out, puts up the shot, but travel.
Step back to get the opening, try to get the shot up, gets called for the travel.
Number 23, Emily Hammond.
Emily Hammond will come into the ball game for John Hardin. 4.8 seconds remaining to go in the ball game. As time will run out on this one. And Central Hardin has defeated John Hardin by the final score of 60-38. A look at the final scoring for the ball game for Central Hardin, whose record improves to 16-3 overall, 3-2 in the district. A balanced scoring night with 3 players finishing the night in double-figure scoring. Samantha Sharon ends it with 12 points, 10 in the ball game to Kaylin Day, 10 points to Katie Fritz, 9 in the ball game to Courtney Gunning, 8 points to Elena Hitch, 6 points to Whitney Allen. From there, it's 3 points to Kylie Brady and 2 points to Kristen Carden. Across the way for John Hardin, their record 9-8 overall. They're now 1-4 in district play, led by Keisha Compton, who finishes the night with 18 points, 10 in the ball game to Cassidy Schonkweiler, 5 to Kelsey Bennett, 3 to Brianna Golden, and 2 points to Caitlin Kofer. 60-38 is the final score, as Hugh O'Brien looking over some of the final numbers for tonight's game.
Well, John Hardin working those boards hard, actually out-rebound Central 39-32, but cannot overcome the 27% shooting percentage from the field. They get 16 offensive rebounds, got a lot of second, third chances down in there, but just didn't get a lot of stuff to go in down there around the basket. Shooting percentage-wise, if they could creep that up 8 or 10%, this game's, probably at least down to 12, 13-point ball game, but you got to make a little bit better percentage down inside the post. Central does a good job. They jump on them early, get the 10-point lead, and you feel like they're in control the rest of the ball game. Good win for Terry. Get everybody involved, kind of get your post players going a little bit, get them some momentum and some confidence, and I think it's a positive win for Central Hardin. Coach Todd, even though you come in here and you get a 22-point loss, I think he's got some positives he can point to. Girls, if we just do this, we can be right there in this ball game.
Thanks again to the sponsors making possible coverage of tonight's ball game on Channel 1 and HCEC-TV. That's Brandenburg Telecom, RQ Printing, Owsley Family Chiropractic, Physical Therapy Associates, and EatOutApartments.com. For Hugh O'Brien and the rest of our HCEC-TV crew, Lee Bramlett saying so long from Central Hardin High School.